Internet, good morning. My name is Magnitude, aka Steve, and welcome back to another week of the WBE, sponsored by Fight Boy. You can use my code MAG. Links in the description for 15% off. I'm hyped. They just gave me this hat for free. I didn't have to pay for it. So the least you could do is check out the rest of the cool stuff they have and give them money because they're deciding to hitch their horse to my wagon. And my wagon is weird because it's pulled by this odd bird-type creature that I am. So the fact that they're willing to take that risk on me and give me their free stuff to advertise them, it's got to say something about them where they see the real value in me. So you got to see the value in them. It's a one-for-one kind of trade. Going against Chase, good long-time friend of mine, Chase, a.k.a. Seabad, a.k.a. the mayor of Crimson City. I have Como, Reuniclus, Ferrothorn, Drapion, Barraskewda, and Manectric. My opponent has Skarmory, Terrakion, Goodra, Whimsicott, Cloyster, and Orbeetle. I don't really know what his lead is going to be in this case. He could lead with something like a Whimsicott to taunt me if I want to get rocks up. He could lead with some kind of a weird, but based on his team, he probably has an offensive Terrakion. But he could lead with some weird defensive Stealth Rock Terrakion. He could lead with something like Skarmory to get his own hazards up. He could lead with, I think Orbeetle doesn't Orbeetle get U-turn? Maybe a Scarf Orbeetle that U-turns. So he could lead with Goodra to kind of just not know what I'm going to use and decide, if he's like a Scarf Goodra and maybe counter me with whatever he wants to do, move that he wants to English is my first language. If you guys don't watch my videos, you'll know that English is my first language and I speak it fluently. You can't tell that. At the end of this video, there's going to be the winner of the card from the last video, so you can go ahead and, if you don't want to watch this, but why wouldn't you? So he does lead Orbeetle. And I actually decided to lead with Drapion. Kind of thought I might lead with Whimsicott. So he's going to see my Black Sludge, see that I'm not Scar. I think he wanted to, it's a good idea. It's got Frisk. He can see what kind of item I have. So I figured he's just going to switch. I'm going to get up a later Toxic Spikes. He wants to go into, Skarmory, then so be it. He is going to Skarmory, and now I need to figure out is he going to go for a Roost? Is he going to, not Roost, is he going to go for a Defog? Is he just going to go for a Brave Bird? Is he going to go for his own Stealth Rock? I decided to switch out to get the jump on him, thinking maybe he's going to want to get rocked. But if he goes for a sub, he predicts that. He goes for a substitute. So I don't see an item either. I don't see leftovers. So I don't know what he wants to do. I do have one layer of spikes up though. So I go for Thunderbolt to kind of maybe get him to think that I'm choice instead of Volt switching. But he goes for Body Press. So that does a lot of damage to me because he crits me. So that's disappointing. So I am thinking if I want to try and kind of bluff that I'm still choiced, Scarf in some way. But I figured he's probably going to switch. I like to get the jump on that, so I'm just going to go ahead and, go ahead and Volt switch. So he probably thought I was choice and seen item. I'm actually Ring Target. I wanted to switcheroo a Ring Target to a potential Gastrodon. So there you go. So I'm thinking what to go into at this point. If I want to go into Barraskewda, if I want to go into Drapion, if I want to go into Ferrothorn. There's a lot of things I could go into, a lot of Mons I could choose. A lot of Mons. I'm literally looking, going, what do I want to do? I'm going to go into Drapion. Now, there's a solid chance I could Poison Jab him right now. I see leftovers, so he doesn't have a Poison Berry. He's going to die to a Poison Jab. He's going to just flat out die. I figure he's just going to go into Skarmory because it's just I figure Skarmory is probably just going to be what he's going to go into. Or I figure he's just not staying in. As you can see, I'm wrestling with the idea of what he's going to go with. But I finally decide, but he fucking stays in. And I was befuddled. I did not think that he wanted to sacrifice Whimsicott, knowing that it's, especially because he's got sub Skarmory, knowing that it's his only defogger. I really did not expect him to stay in there. But I guess he expected me to predict the switch, and he got that right. So I really thought that, given that it was his only defogger, and given that he has a Skarmory, even if I got that prediction right, it still might have put him at a point where he could, still be in a good spot with Skarmory, but I got that wrong, unfortunately, and I unfortunately missed out on going for Flamethrower last time with the Manectric. I'm just making wrong plays. They're just incorrect plays. I just go for a Night Slash because I figure he just might sub again, and I want to kind of get him before he subs. I still don't know what his item is, so I just wanted to get him before he went for a sub. And in this case, maybe I have to try to kind of work my way around work my way around this. I know he's got sub. I know he's got body press. I know he's probably got Brave Bird. It's going to leave his last move up, and it might be Roost. It might be Stealth Rock. It might be... I don't know, but he does go for Roost, so it is Roost, and he Roosts on the switch, which is unfortunate, but that crit with the body press really sucks because it means I can only take one more. So I just Volt Switch and, you know, break the sub, and now I got to choose what is going to take a move, but he actually might just go for a sub again, predicting me to Volt Switch, which would be a great play, and I'm deciding what I want to do, if I want to go into Reuniclus now. So I have the old, you know, the old stored power Iron Defense Reuniclus there. So I go into Como, and I know that it's going to force him to Brave Bird, but I want him to do that because I don't mind trading Skarmory for Como here, and I do know that you know, if he goes for Brave Bird, it's going to essentially leave his kind of Skarmory open, and it's just going to mean that I'm going to be able to at least pressure his Skarmory to either switch out, but I figure I've already predicted switches enough. I can't keep doing this. I'm just going to go for a Flamethrower, and Skarmory's dead, so that's going to open up some avenues for, you know, for Drapion to use poison moves. So, and also Banded Barraskewda to use poison moves as well. So he does go into his Whimsicott, and I mean, I know what has to happen here. I can't. I mean, Como's not going to be able to take hits from what he has left. I'd like to get things in more safely, but I just figure, you know what? I've seen Moonblast. Is he going to just go for Moonblast here, or is he going to, I don't know, maybe Defog or something like that? Is he gonna? I don't know, but oh wow, I went to Ferrothorn there. My thought process was different than what I thought. I guess so. This battle happened actually before my week 2 battle. We had this battle way long time ago, so I'm trying to stay in the benefits, stay in the mindset. He goes for Defog, and he trades getting rid of the 1 layer of hazards for the life of his Whimsicott. Ferrothorn is able to take out the Whimsicott, and I'm up 6-4, and I have Como as kind of like a buffer to switch in to take hits. And I have a Chople Berry on the Ferrothorn for the Terrakion. So he goes into Goodra, and now Goodra can do so many things. It could be, what's that one, Sap Sipper. It could be Gooey. He has a very expansive move pool, and I don't know what that is, so I just go into Drapion because I figure I'm going to take whatever he's going to throw at me, and it turns out I take it not as well as I thought. I thought about getting another Toxic Spikes up very briefly. I thought about going for Poison Jab to get damage on this thing, because I know that it's going to be kind of a problem for me, because these things are generally in bulky Assault Vest. I go for Poison Jab to get some damage on, and he's Gooey, which is not the worst thing in the world for me to find out, because it's Drapion's immediately going to die, so I'm able now to switch him on in and pressure it, and I make the decision fairly quickly, into Barraskewda, gonna get him a little bit of love this season. And after a brief scan of his team, I know that a close combat is gonna hurt anything that he has, except Orbeetle. But I don't see Orbeetle coming in on a Barraskewda, because I could very easily not be choiced, do a move, flip, turn out, and then, you know, have an advantage there. So I go for close combat, and Goodra has absolutely no shot at all. Down goes Goodra. It's a Choice Banded Barraskewda right there. Choice Banded. I love his little tail just fucking spinning like a propeller. It's awesome. I was not sold on Barraskewda design-wise or really implementation-wise when this game first came out, but after using it for a little bit, and I'm kind of adored him. So he goes into Orbeetle, and I just don't know. I mean, he sees my Choice Band, so he knows that I have to switch. But I just don't know what I really want to do. I don't know what it can do to me, and I'm like, okay, you know, it's got a few options. A lot of those are support options. Is he planning on with maybe like a Swords Dance, Terrakion? I see Cloyster back there, but I'm not really thinking too much about, you know, about that Cloyster, because I have just so many mons that are left that can deal with it. So I'm thinking, I don't know. What do I want to just Flamethrower thing? I mean, he Future Sights me, so I'm on a timer now anyway. I don't want anything else to take that hit, I don't believe. You know, I want to save Reuniclus as much HP as possible. He just goes for he's just going to try to get as much HP back as possible before I die. But the fact that I'm slower than him, actually, I don't mind, because now how Future Sight works is I will be able to deal damage to it the turn that I get taken out if I so choose that. So if he wants to, you know, just keep doing this recover noise and I go for an attack, then I don't mind that, because it's going to mean that his Ore Beetle is going to be taking damage when I get to bring another Mon in. So I don't mind that exchange. And, you know, now he's at half HP, and I mean, Como was down, but he's at half HP, and now I can, you know, go into a few things and kind of really rattle his cage a little bit. So we go back into Barraskewda, and once again, Barraskewda's here, posing a threatening presence. And I mean, I could go for Crunch, but the threat of, I don't think it's going to bring Terrakion in, but I know if I can take him out with a flip turn, I don't want to have Terrakion, if he's Scarfed, then he'll annihilate me. So I'd rather be able to set up the scenario of flip turn, go into Ferrothorn. Hopefully he goes into his Terrakion. I take a close combat with my Chople Berry, and then the combined efforts of the last 4 Mons take out his Cloyster. So I'm hoping to bait the Terrakion in here, and I do. So I'm very pleased with the way that worked out. I'm able to just go for a Gyro Ball. He's probably going to close combat me. He does close combat me. I get the Chople Berry. Eat the Chople Berry. I had taken that with no problems at all. Obviously, with his defense lowering, I'm going to go for a... That's going to be a Gyro Ball, and that's going to take out the Terrakion. And now all we got left is that Cloyster to deal with, up 4-1. And the Cloyster is, you know... I mean, if I go for... I don't want to risk going for a Power Whip, because if I miss, then it's going to be bad news. I know that I have a max defense Reuniclus that's around, and he goes for Shell Smash. And I hope that I could kill him with a Body Press. I cannot. I should have probably gone for a Gyro Ball. So I'd like to warn the viewers, what happens next is a disgusting act of comeback by Chase. I do not survive this Cloyster Onslaught. Chase, the petulant genius that he is, set up this battle where a Shell Smash with Cloyster could scrape me. If I had Aqua Jet on Barraskewda, that would not be the case. But I do not survive this encounter. Chase defeats me. He reverse sweeps me 4-1 with Cloyster. What I should have done differently is when he brought if I was a better player, when he brought Terrakion in, I should have immediately switched out to Reuniclus to get up an Iron Defense. Immediately. Take the close combat, get up an Iron Defense, and then recover as he just doesn't really hurt me, and then I can take a +1 Pin Missile. But he Pin Missiles me to death. This Reuniclus to death. And this battle taught me a few things that are kind of actually honestly frustrating. One, I didn't even consider Pin Missile. I did not. I calced Ice Shard or Icicle Spear because I didn't even think to look at Cloyster enough to go, what other moves could it use? And that's indicative of really my lack of paying attention with any sort of anything. I should have learned after my BBR game. But there's just so many options that I know, like, if I just attacked the Whimsicott instead of allowing him to defog instead of allowing him later to defog Toxic Spikes, I probably would have won. But I got that prediction wrong. I'm frustrated with myself, honestly, because I'm just making so many wrong moves, and I know the basis for that is there being so many options now. All these Pokemon have all these different options they could use, and my brain gets stuck in the what if. What if he does this? What if he does that? And I can't sift through all that what if and make the optimal decision because there's so many possible decisions. And that's a testament to just my lack of playing. Honestly, it's frustrating because I could look back and go, you know, I feel like I made the right play here, but it just didn't work out. Like, I don't know why he didn't switch out of Whimsicott. Or why he chose to attack me in that moment. Like, if he predicted me to switch, why didn't he just go for a defog? If he really, really needed that Cloyster to not have hazards up, why did he make the risk that he did in going for defog, or in not going for defog and instead attacking me? If I just stayed in and clicked Poison Jab, that thing's dead, and then I'm able to get another layer of Toxic Spikes up, and then I'm able to outlast the Cloyster. As he had Focus Sash, by the way. So, in this portion, I'll have the winner of the card. Now, I want to say I Last week on Twitter, I tweeted out, where can I get some very common Pokemon cards that be shipped to my house by today? Today being the Friday before this video goes up, so a day before the video goes up. People sent me links, so I ordered from those links 7 days ago, and under the pretense they would be here by today, they shipped yesterday. What I was going to do, I ordered like 5 Cloyster trading cards. I was going to get them, blend them into a smoothie with fruit, and then drink it up as though I am the ultimate, life god of Cloyster. I own Cloyster now so much that I have ingested him, and I can take his power. And that was going to be the joke, but that doesn't happen now. So you have this shitty explanation of what's going to happen. This battle, Chase is a great dude. No, obviously, great guy. But I'm so frustrated with how this battle turned out, because it's like a microcosm of all the problems I'm having this year with Draft League, where there's so many options and my brain can't pick the best one. And it's frustrating. And I know that comes with experience, but it is frustrating. But either way, guys, thank you for watching. I got BBR battle tomorrow, so be sure to stick around for that. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and I'll see each and one of you guys next time. Good night.